Hi, welcome to my space, welcome to my world, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Judith Obazele and thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time, please do not make it your last. Be a part of the family by hitting the subscribe button and also turning on the post notification. And for returning family members, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so today I would actually be sharing or talking about a very wonderful, interesting, amazing, sploofic. I think I've literally run out of words. I've really not even said so much, but then again, that's to just tell you how mind-blowing this movie is, and that is one of the trending movies on Netflix right now, which is Blood Sisters. Yes, it's Blood Sisters. Are you yet to watch that movie? Oh my, you really need to go see that movie ASAP, like as soon as possible. In fact, as soon as you just finish watching this video, just go on Netflix, sharp. Just go and get the movie. Just go and watch the movie because that movie is wow. All right, so this movie was actually released on May 5th, and it's actually a movie that was produced by Ebony Live Studios in let's say collaboration with Netflix Nigeria. Yes, so it's on Netflix right now. It's a Nigerian series. Okay, so before I actually even go or dive a bit go deeper into the whole movie, I'd actually just love to read some statements rather that were made by Mo Abudu, who is actually like the executive producer. Yes, like the one of the main brains behind Blood Sisters. All right, so I read and I quote in her words. She said, Blood Sisters is a crime thriller, which is a new genre for us. So the prospect was challenging but very exciting. It was also a particularly unique and intense experience as we shot during the pandemic. But we remain committed to the vision we share with Netflix to tell authentic and exciting African stories with superb production values. Like just read all of that. Okay, then let me just go back a bit. Then so said today, Netflix and Ebony Live Studios announced a pulsating limited series that will launch globally and exclusively on Netflix on the 5th of May 2022. This is officially Netflix's first Nigerian original series, as per the press release is issued by Netflix today. Wow. Okay, that was just some quotes from Mo Abudu. That woman is like I threw her for her. Man, that woman is fire. Like that woman is so hot. And funny thing is when because I actually follow her on Instagram, so I do like when she started making posts on Blood Sisters, like the whole behind scenes, the making and all that, I'm like, what is this woman cooking again? This woman is bringing in something hot, like fire for fire. Like I was so excited, and I was like just anticipating, okay, when is this thing gonna come on? When is this one gonna come on? And when it was done, oh my goodness, the trailer alone, wow, it's like I just dove cap for them. And I don't know, it's like many a times, especially this kind of movie, they just always know the person that would fit each character. Like, they just know the person that is made for each character, like, because they just fit in, they just suit it perfectly. Like every single cast on this movie just, will I say, when you wear a shoe or when you wear clothes and the thing just sits on you perfect, like that's just how it was. So every cast here that acted this movie just fit in so well into their character. Like they just brought in their A game, and it was so amazing to watch. And the reason why I'm feeling so excited is the fact that Nollywood is really beginning to change. Like, they're really beginning to change the whole narrative of Nollywood. So if you have not been a lover of Nollywood, hey, this is actually a very big announcement for you to actually scratch that. Yes, and we're going to embrace Nollywood movies, because really things are changing. A lot have changed, not even changing, a whole lot have really changed in Nollywood movies. Is it the picture, the scenery, the cinematography? Everything is just so clear. Everything is just like, see, I'm out of words already. Like, it was really nice. And to think that it's actually the first Nigerian TV series. Whoa. And it was so short, because like it's just 4 episodes, right? But then every single episode just has like a very nice storyline on its own. The way you now bring everything together. Every single episode was just so like it was just so nice, so nice. And I really just want to give a very good very big, like, say, kudos, thumbs up to every single cast and crew of Blood Sisters. All right, so let's just look at some themes that we could get from that movie, Blood Sisters. So for me, I actually got some themes which I noted down, and the first is actually friendships. I think this is even the major although there, okay, maybe it's not the major, but there are just so many other themes. I actually just have like 8 here, but I mean, like, there are so many, like I said, so you could actually watch it and get even more themes apart from the ones that I'm going to be sharing out. So like I said, the first here for me is friendship, and this was majorly displayed between Sarah and Kemi. Oh my, like, those two just brought in their A game, and it was actually acted by Dima-Okojie. So Dima-Okojie played the part of Kemi, while Dima-Okojie played the part of Sarah. I think her surname has changed now. Like, she just got married. That was, when was that? So some very brown, chocolatey kind of wedding. It was really nice. Anyways, so these two actually just shed more light on the importance of friendship, on the importance of having real friends in your life, friends that would always stand by you, stand with you through thick and thin. Okay, now I might not necessarily be having to let's say, murder someone by mistake or something, but just having friends that are more than friends, but like they are blood, they are family. Okay, they just really shed more light on that, because right now these days it's like it's quite difficult to find real friends, okay, because everyone is either so busy, or they're just there for what you have to give them, what you have to offer them, not really for what they also have to give on the other hand. So most time we say that friendships is just really like a one-sided thing, but it just really shed more light on that fact that friendship is actually it comes both ways from both partners. So just like being in a relationship, okay, so for a relationship to work, both partners have to put in the work, okay, so it's a teamwork. So friendship as well really is a lot. So before I continue sharing the themes that I was able to pick out from the movie, I think it's wise and best for me to actually share the cast, that is the cast that acted the movie, and their names as well, so we could just get familiar with the cast, the names, the faces, and all of that, because there are actually people who are not new to acting, and I think that's actually the reason for the professionalism. Okay, except for, I think, Timane. Okay, let me just mention their names already. Okay, so first here is Deyemi Okanlawon as Kola Ademola. Please, I apologize in any way I might murder anybody's name. Please. Okay, then next here is Kate Henshaw. Kate Henshaw acted Woodwork Ademola, then Uche Jombo, who acted Uchena, then Patrick Doyle, Okay, he acted as himself. I think that was just, he just acted the role of the IG, that is Inspector General. Then Joke Silva, that is Kemi's grandmother. She acted as Kemi's grandmother. Then Kepi Ekpenyong Basi as Ifeanyi, who was Sarah's mother. So yeah, Uche Jombo was Sarah's mother. Then I also have Wale Ojo, aka Chicago, as Inspector Joe Obasanjo. Then Nancy Isime as Kemi, Dima-Okojie as Sarah, Kehinde Balogun as Olayinka. Oh, that lady, she really brought it hot. Oh my. Then Gabriel Afolayan as Femi Ademola. Then Toke Makinwa as Abasiama. Ibrahim Sleman as Kenny. Daniel Etim Efyong as Akin. Then Oke Uzoeshi. Ramsey Noah as Uncle B. Then I also have Genevieve Ume as Timei Ademola, Wofai Father as Princess, and Toyin Abraham as the nice woman. Yeah, so the whole idea or the whole storyline of Blood Sisters is, it all started from when Kola Ademola, who is the son of Udwak Ademola, just after closing a deal, is a CEO of a pharmaceutical firm or company. So after closing a really big deal, like a massive deal, he then announced that he's on his way to, he's going to get ready for his wedding with his bride, Sarah. Sarah, on the other hand, she didn't really seem so much happy in the relationship. Now, despite the fact that it was her wedding day, there was just still so much tension. And from the next one, which was like the engagement part and all that, like the rehearsal part or something, we got to see that Kola is actually a very controlling fiance. Okay, so because the dress she wore, which was apparently amazing and beautiful, he demanded, like ordered, commanded that she changed it. Then from there we got to see Kenny, which was Sarah's ex, coming there to cause a scene, and afterwards Sarah goes to meet him. She sends him out, and then Kola in their room, where she goes to meet him, trying to explain, apologize, and then he asks her a question, and she's like, okay, I think he asked her that, have you been texting him or did you call him something? And she was like, no. And it's like, I think he made another statement, and then the next thing is boom on the face. Was it a slap or a punch on the stomach? I think it was a punch, like a very intense, painful, terrible punch. Like, hello, this is supposed to be a day of joy for us, okay? Like, we are getting married. So, why would you be inflicting pain on her? Hello? Who does that? Okay. Then after that, we got to see that she's really not happy. Apparently, she's sad, crying. And then she walked into Udwak Ademola, who is like the empire, the queen. Hey. All right, so she walks into her and she's warning her sternly to make sure that she's of good behavior and she doesn't ruin anything on that particular day. And she promises to be a good girl. And the next thing we get to see Sarah and her very, very good friend, her best friend, her sister, Kemi, together in the room. And Kemi could tell that Sarah is really, really sad, very sad, but she's trying to, just hide it and all that. But then Kemi, knowing who Sarah is, like knowing her very deep, got to find out that she was actually not happy, and she's like, did he hit you again? And then Sarah is trying to like, no, it's nothing, is this, is that? And she was like, no, that would definitely not happen. So she just like stands up for her at that point in time and says, babe, you said this was not going to happen the last time, and it did. If you do not talk to this guy. In fact, that she's calling off the wedding, like she has to call it off. And Sarah is like, oh my goodness, how will I do that? There's so many people out there. And Kemi's like, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. But what matters most to her is her happiness. And if this marriage is going to jeopardize her happiness, then she has to put an end to it before it even starts. So eventually she calls her mother, that is Sarah, calls her mother, talks to her that she doesn't want to continue with this wedding, that she wants to stop it. And her mother is like, Chinek. So anyways, her mom just says that's not possible because she just has to go and just ignore whatever it is, that it's just a marriage and it's a pass, it's just a phase, it's a pass, so she just endure. And I think at that point, the mother was just actually speaking out of her own personal and selfish interest, because hey, how would you like allow anyone do that to your own daughter? How? Why? Because as a parent, it is your sole responsibility to ensure the safety of your child, no matter how grown this child might be, okay? And ensuring that your child does not get into a violent marriage is one of the ways of protecting your child. But in this case, she was literally like pushing her, like, don't worry, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, it's nothing, you'll be fine, don't worry. Okay, so eventually she did, and the following day, Kemi still being on her neck, saying she has to talk to Kola. So eventually she goes to call Kola that Sarah needs to see him, else the wedding will not hold. He goes there, and in the midst of trying to talk, like Sarah just started this conversation, like trying to talk like as adults reasonably. At some point it was looking like Kola was actually really, understanding what she was saying and would just, comply. But the next thing, bah, 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 and then Kemi walks in and she's trying to stop him, but then he faces her, throws her to the ground, and goes back to what is her name, Sarah, and is strangling her, and boom. Why did I keep going like that? Okay, and boom, Kemi shoots Kola. Like, this she didn't plan for it, but then it just happened. And that was literally like the beginning of the whole drama. Like at that point, that was just the beginning of the whole drama. Everything that we saw before that time was absolutely nothing. It's just like prologue. So like at that point, after she kills him, and then they realize that this guy is actually dead, that was the beginning of the whole drama. So afterwards, it was just like it became an issue of life and death, because no one knew. This was like a very big secret between the two friends, that is Sarah and Kemi. No one knew what had happened, and like at that point, that was the wedding day. So like what explanation do you want to give to people that it was a mistake? You did not know. Are you funny? So they just had to keep it as a big secret, which literally just sets them on the run, running from one place to another, one place to another. So it was like their whole life was just on a run, on a run, on a run, on a run. So they just kept on running. Okay, so that is just like a brief rundown of the whole story. And in the course of this whole drama, now while the girls were trying to run for their own safety, in the family there was just so much exposure. I think that would also even lead me to one of the other things, which is exposure of secrets, or secrets being revealed, because then we got to know that Kola is not even the same father, like his father is not the same as the same father of Femi and Timen, so they have different fathers. Okay, we got to see that. We got to see so much betrayal between family, between brothers. People are supposed to call your family blood. They're the ones that actually want you dead. Okay, like there was just so much being revealed, and we got to see that from the part of, let's say, Olayinka, she also had some dirty secrets, although nothing much was being revealed. But for her to have that mind to just shoot a man down when her own husband, Femi, that is a man, could not do that. Femi literally became a bit scared, like, I don't even know you. Who are you? So at that point in time, he got a bit scared, like you just killed someone and you're acting like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Oh my goodness. So we just saw a lot of secrets being revealed here and there, and so much drama, really so much drama. Then we saw the quest for power. And now power in from two different angles. Power from those who actually have this power, and for those who will do anything to get it. And that is literally like what we have in our world today, like in our society in Nigeria today. So everyone is just after power, just what they can do to get power. Like they don't even care. They don't care anymore if it means killing your own blood, your own, like say, family. Okay, in this case, maybe there was no much blood like flowing, like the same blood wasn't really flowing in the same vein, since they didn't have the same fathers, that is Femi and Kola, like they were not of the same father. But then again, at least for the sake of their mother, so their mother's blood was apparently still flowing in their veins and in their bodies. So but that is to just tell you how terrible the quest for power has become in the world of today. Like it's so terrible. And we also got to see the part of domestic violence, because Kola on his own part really had issues, because it was after his death, while they were trying to get, what is his name, Sarah and Kemi, while they're trying to get Sarah and Kemi, that is when Akin, his own friend, didn't even know the kind of friend that he had. He didn't know he was a, will I say, he was a criminal, so to say, because he always beats up his partners and then makes a painting out of that. Like, isn't that some sort of sickness? Like, how would someone being in pain be is a means of, like, say, inspiration to you or something? So like he would just beat up his partners, and then when they're in pain, he would have them stay in a position and draw them out. Like, who does that? That is a very big sickness. And say that his mom Udwak was actually even in support of that. That yes, he had his own problems, but he didn't deserve to die in such a manner. This, that. Like, hello. So it actually really shed more light to that, and how people would actually just stay quiet and just let such issues slide. Because I'm sure if not for the kind of person that Kemi was, Sarah would have most certainly gotten into that marriage. And at the end of it, what would happen? She would just die, and life will go on, life will continue moving on. Like, because right from the beginning, Udak did not even like Sarah and her parents. So the moment she even dies, it will be like a relief for her, like, oof, finally, like, we'll have these people out of our way. Like, just let them just stay on their own, please. So, but we actually got to see the kind of person that Kola was, and that's just how it is in our world today. We have so many normal people walking around. So there's this saying I usually see. I think I've heard a few friends say it, that many are mad but few are roaming, and that is just the truth. A whole lot, you have so many damaged people walking around with beautiful smiles, nice clothes, everything looking okay, but hey, there's so many darkness within them and around them. So for your close friend not to know that you have this side to you, then there is a problem. There is a very big problem. Like, at first, when Kemi even tried to reach out to Akin, that they actually killed Kola, like they're actually responsible, but then she tried to explain to him like this was what happened. He didn't even listen to her. Like, his prayer was that they eventually get caught by the police and get arrested and imprisoned. not knowing that Kemi was actually right. So afterwards, when he began to find out certain things, then he actually realized that Kemi was actually saying the truth. And then he rather tried to make sure that they got saved rather than being imprisoned. So when you call someone your friend, please, it's important for you to actually know the kind of person that person is. Like, know the person deep, like very, very, very deep. So when kasala burst, so when things get exposed, when things happen, you actually get to know what you're standing for and what you're actually fighting for. Okay, then I think I also mentioned betrayal. Betrayal in this light is actually even from the part of Uduak Ademola, which was played by Kate Henshaw, because she really, really did not have that motherly love or affection for both Femi and Isime. And that was actually so wrong, because at the end we got to see that it was all as a result of what their father did to her, like he cheated on her and all that. So because of that, it's like she was just taking out all the anger on the both of them, which was actually very, very wrong, because it's so painful. I really felt the pain for Timei. Like, after everything she did, trying to just win back her mother's trust and love, it was like the more she tried, the worse it became. Like, seriously, Udwak is just a definition of, will I say, I really don't even know the word, but that woman, that woman was just something else. Like, you hardly even see her cry. Even when she tries to cry, it's just like this. Once she just does this, that's it. Like that, like her crying is done. So it's not even up to a minute. Her test is not even up to a minute. Even at the point when Kola died, she was pained, but she didn't always let that pain get seen by any other person. Okay, so she just always took it in, and it was hard, like really hard, for it to even penetrate into our hearts. Like, for it to say you have a place in our heart, like, it was really, really difficult. And I really felt that for Timei, because, man, this babe was just trying every single thing possible. And I feel, apart from Kemi and Sarah, Timei also really went through a lot. That also leads me to the theme of, drug abuse, or substance abuse, where she actually abused so much. So that really damaged her and even denied her the chances of, taking over the firm after Kola had died or passed away. He's, reduced, or denied her, not even reduced, denied her the chances of taking over the company. All right. So, but even when she was really trying to stay clean, but it was like all her efforts was nothing. And you say that rehabilitation, that is the worst kind of rehabilitation anybody can go through. Like, say, I don't think I would even want my enemy to go through such rehabilitation, because that is not even rehabilitation, that is punishment. Serious punishment. Like, oh my. See, I didn't want to think about it, but I think she also really passed through a lot emotionally, apart from Kemi and Sarah. So I feel most viewers would actually really be able to relate with her side of pain and everything. So at the end, she is like, she even knew so much than even her brother Femi. Like, she knew a lot, but she is like, she had just been keeping quiet, trying to suppress it, and just just really hoping that things would change in her family. And she was very right when she made the statement that their mom Uduak was the reason for the destruction, was the reason for the disunity in their family, because everything started from her. That is from Uduak. Everything started from her. She was actually the main reason why there was so much disunity, so much hate amongst even the siblings and her herself, and that is Uduak herself and the children. So much hate. All right, then I have here scandal, emotional abuse. I think I've talked about that already. Then pride. There was actually the place of pride on the part of Uduak, where she would not want, even at the parts where that was Kola's father, which was acted by Ramsey. I mean, not Ramsey, no, Zach Orji. Yes, Zach Orji. That part where he came to like hold her shoulder and just try to, and she hugged him for a bit, but then it was like just for a split second. So I think to an extent that is pride, because this is the father of your child that just died. There's nothing wrong in just letting your guard down a bit. And the next thing she's like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Like, that woman is just too proud for my liking. Like, and that is what power can do to you. When you have the power, when it's like you have the money, it's like it just controls you, and you feel like you are way above every other person, which to a very large extent should not be so. In fact, it shouldn't be so at all, at all. Okay, so like I said, there are actually so many more things we can actually pick out from this movie, and it relates to our world of today, our society of today. Talk about friendship, talk about betrayal, power, and all that. It really relates so much to our world of today. Okay, I'll really just run through the titles of the 4 episodes. The first one is, that is the first episode, is It's a Bloody Affair. The second is Run, Sisters, Run. The third here is The Hunt, and the fourth here is The Catch. Yeah, and that reminds me, there was one person I think I did not I talk about. That is Dr. Stranger. That doctor, like when you think you found help, when you think you found it, because Kemi and Sarah at some point thought that, oh, this doctor was here to just, help them. So they just felt relaxed, not knowing that this man was actually into his selling of organs, like he sells organs, because at that point he was about to rip out Sarah's, was it kidney now? We really don't know. I guess her kidney or lungs or something, before Kemi came in. And that was where Kenny, our beloved Kenny, actually passed away. Oh my, Kenny. And it's also obvious that Sarah still really loved this guy, Kenny, okay? Because that guy, and he also really loved her because, man, after everything, he still showed up. That was when they were living on that water riverine area. Yeah, he still tried to help them secure a passport to move to another country or something. So I mean, that is power of love. When there's true love. So please, whenever people want to help you, hey, just be sure, because the world we live in today is honestly a very, very wicked world. So when you are desperately in need of help, be sure that this person that wants to render help, just be very much alert and sensitive. Okay, be very much alert and sensitive. Oh my, there is so much that I still really want to say, but then again, I would actually love to even hear more from you. So if you have watched this movie, please do well to share everything you learned from it, where the highlights were for you, those ball moments or something, like what really got you the like those aha moments or something, like just share them with us, with me, with others in the comments section. All right, show me what you think, what you feel, what your thoughts are, everything right there in the comments section. Thank you so much for stopping by again. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so at this point I have to draw the curtains, and don't you forget that I love you, but God loves you best.